Yeah, I'm anxious about what the trolls have to say about this one. This could be fun.
Welcome to So That Is My Life.
Hi. I promised you the other day that I would tell you some personal stories that might have some relationship with the Mandela effect. I did do a personal video or a personal Mandela effect. Yes, I did it in the past. And some of you even commented on it, I guess. For the ones who haven't seen it, don't worry. I'll put up a link at the end of this vid so you can see it. The things I wanted to talk to you about are a bit less obvious to tell if they're Mandela effect related or not. When I was born, my mother wanted to bring me up as a priest, and that's why I started dabbling into the sciences. I have mentioned that on occasion in a vid, in live chats I did, or in even normal chats I did so. But in the beginning of my life, I actually had the ability, and I did mention that in a live chat before, I did have the ability to remember my dreams, almost all of them. Most of those memories dissipated along the years, but I expressly remember being able to remember, if you can still follow, my dreams. And I always looked for some meaning behind them. Now, when I was about 12 or 13, something strange happened in my life. I woke up suddenly and I felt this looming dark presence. I couldn't see anything. It was black. It was all black. And I felt I was being pushed down, almost pushed through the bed. And I never knew what it was. It kind of hung over me for some years as some dark thing that happened in my life. And what I basically did was I pushed it away. When I dabbled into the sciences and when I kind of put my world up in exact things, exact mathematical properties and things you can explain, I kind of pushed that thing to the side and I didn't, think about it anymore. And then last year, somewhat more than a year ago, when I started up my You Decide channel, I went and looked for explanations for alien abductions. I did a vid on that. I might put a link of that up at the end too. And then suddenly I learned about something called sleep paralysis. And I read the facts about it, what would happen, and I said, that's exactly what happened then. That's when I was 12 or 13 years old. So I had one bout of sleep paralysis. Now what happened after is I never remembered a dream ever again in my life. Not one. I can't remember one. What did stay was I used to seem to have the ability to find stuff. When I was driving to a place and I needed a parking spot, I always seemed to have this knack of, I'll drive there and, oh, there it is, parking spot. And I went in. When I lost something, the first thing that kicked in was my feeling. I said, no, you haven't lost it, you just misplaced it. And then my brain kicked in and said, oh, go look over there. And lo and behold, there it was. That ability I also lost over the years, but not connected to the sleep paralysis thing. But I lost it anyway. Then some 10 years ago, I'm not sure, it's some time ago, I was driving with my garbage truck to the dump, and I still had my two partners with me who were sitting beside me. And we were conversating. We were in a conversation, just a normal conversation about normal things, nothing paranormal. I wasn't ME'd yet, or whatever you call it. And suddenly I felt this weakness, I suddenly felt weak and a little detached from myself. And I could almost see myself talking to these people, because the conversation went on, the ride went on, nothing happened, no accident, no nothing. It was just this weird, strange feeling. And then it started to dissipate, but there was still this lingering feeling of strangeness, of not being familiar, something like that. It was not déjà vu or avid vu or whatever. It was more like I was seemingly in some kind of strange surroundings. Whilst I knew in my head I wasn't. I was still in the same truck with the same people, doing the same conversation, riding on the same road in the same city. But it was strange. And that feeling, that lingering feeling, that kind of took a while to dissipate. And then some years back, when I started my night school, that lingering feeling came back. And I could almost call it to me. I could almost purposely say, now I'm gonna feel this. And there it was. Just this feeling of awkwardness, unfamiliarness. And then one night, I was driving back from night school, and I tried to call up this feeling again, and it came on with me with full force. So much force that I remember it starting when I was in the next city over from here, and suddenly I blacked out, and I came back to consciousness when I was almost home. This blackout must have lasted at least 5 minutes, maybe more, somewhere between 5 and 10 minutes. And luckily nothing happened, because I was still driving the road, a little confused, because I didn't know, my God, what happened to the rest of the road, the rest of the trip. It was really strange. Really strange. So what I did then was I pushed this feeling away. I never tried to call it back again. Not even now. I just, I'm kind of scared of it. And then a bit months back, I got affected by ME. And what happened when I got affected by ME is that knack of trying to find things, it is slowly coming back. It wasn't 100% when I had it full on. That wasn't 100%. There were some bouts when I said, oh, it's there, and it wasn't there, but generally I got it. And now it seems to come back, but I have to calm myself. I can be stressed, I have to calm myself. A small example is the other day I had misplaced my remote from the television. And I was frantically looking, and I have this sofa. It's a corner sofa, and I retained a piece of the old sofa, and that's against it, so I can lie down when I'm watching television. Yeah, I'm lazy that way. I'm the lazy couch potato. I don't go sit, I go lie down. Anyway, it doesn't fit right, so it has kind of a slit between it where things can drop in. And I went there and I couldn't find it, and I said, you know what? Sit down, or lie down in this case. Sit down with your feet up. Calm yourself down. And I said, oh, but it's in the slit, it's slit there. And I reached my hand and I picked it up, not even watching, because I went through the slit, picked it up, and there it was. Where it wasn't before. It was very strange. And then the other day, I had misplaced my little wallet. I have two wallets, a big one where I put the stuff I don't regularly need, and a small one where I put my money and some cards that I regularly need. And I lost it, and I was at home and I had to go to work, and I was a little stressed, and I said, it's probably at work. And I went to work and it wasn't at work. And at work I said, calm down, calm down, calm down. It's in my car. So we came back with the truck. I got permission to come back because there was a card in there I normally need to drive to register the trips I drive for the police. Control issue. The government has control issues. Just that. No, it's not. It's actually you have to take breaks at certain times so you don't fall asleep behind the wheel and kill some other people. That's the reason behind it. As the government says. But anyway, I came back. I went to the car. I opened the door and I just reached out, almost not looking, and I had it. Now, as for my dreams, there are two dreams the other day, and it was 2 days in a row, that I suddenly remembered. The second one, the second day, I remembered it and then it dissipated back. It dissipated. The only thing I can now remember about it is the feeling of being in a struggle. But the first, that was also being in a struggle. I was living in a grand mansion. I felt it was mine. And I had to go from one floor to the other. And I couldn't take the stairs because there wasn't any. What there was is like a cave-like tunnel, a narrow cave-like tunnel that I had to crawl through. And I don't remember, it's struggle. It could mean I'm in a struggle to go somewhere. And I can't remember coming to the end of that tunnel, but my feeling was that I came to the end of that tunnel. So I guess maybe this means I'm in a struggle with the ME and that will be a happy ending. I always thought positive about it. Even in the beginning, in the very beginning, the first 2-3 days, I was really, what the hell is happening? And the world is coming to an end and I don't know what. But that dissipated because I always try to see things positive. Through my entire life, I did that. So am I struggling with this ME, and is it going to be ending positive because of that dream? I haven't remembered any dreams the past few days, but then I have been sleep deprived for more than a day at one time, so maybe it had something to do with that. I don't know. I'm going to try to remember more of my dreams and try to find some meaning behind it. And if I do, I will tell you about it. But these things that happened in my life, I can't quite place them, and I can't quite say or even prove if they are Mandela related. And that's why I might need your help, your feedback, and your ideas about this. So this was my story for today. I have been putting up stories almost all days except for Monday. This is a very heavy schedule for me because I also have a 9 to 5-ish job. I start at 8. That's why I say 9 to 5-ish. And it actually ends when it ends. Mostly early, and then we get to go home anyway. But I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep that schedule up. So if there are days in between where I don't put up videos, don't worry, videos are going to come. It's just I need some time also for other things, not just work. My wife, that's another story to tell. not today. I need to lavish some attention on my wife. I have that other channel. I have too much work. I have too much hobbies. I'm gonna have to throw out one. Anyway, I hope you like this vid. It's always a pleasure talking to you guys, hearing from your comments and your opinions from your comments and everything. So I will see you later. From my reality to yours. I will see you the next vid.